right. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders of great millstone who rule well. Citations to you. I came out there pushing this truth with sincerity, fearlessness, honesty. Back at you with another lesson through the spirit. You so-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And we're here. We are the true Hebrew Israelites prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom called America. In the Bible, it's Sodom and Egypt, Mystery Babylon. All right. And in this lesson, I'm going to reveal to you what we've already been revealing to you, that the government, the elite are searching out who's watching certain YouTube videos on YouTube. All right. They are looking for who is watching certain things. All right. They are hacking. Basically, Google started off with the CIA. So Google is already fed, and then they're going to the CIA is asking for information, home address, numbers. They're gonna break it down, but this is basically the time of the end. They're trying to, since it's so much. You got TikTok, Instagram, all this information is revealing these devils to the point where these devils are trying to watch who's watching what, and they're trying to get their list together. They want to persecute the men that are speaking from the Bible. The men that are soaking in information so they can be aware spiritually and warn the people of what's to come in this Bible. That's what they're looking at. But I'm gonna I won't carry on. I'm gonna let you watch this and you can get better clarity. Hopefully it's edifying to the elect. And we're gonna hit the precepts afterwards. Check it out.
setting up a honeypot, then asking YouTube for user data of those who watched it is such BS. So was it a honeypot video? This particular, like they were putting this out there, or they were using it as a catch-all?
They did send it out on their own. They weren't actually the ones doing it, but they, they sent out the link and then saw who was going to interact with them. Now, Forbes spoke to privacy experts who said this is concerning, and here's why. They said this is unconstitutional because it undoes protections of.
Yeah, they're trying to chip away at your rights, and they're going to do it. If you don't, if Jake is out here without the Lord, anything, Jake is doomed. We have no carnal fight in this. All we have is the Lord. That's why we warn the people. That's why we do not forsake the Lord, so the Lord won't forsake us in the time to come, man. Because they're trying to find ways and line it up and take your constitutional rights, your freedom of speech, and all that stuff, and put you in prisons and persecute you for speaking the truth. Would the scripture say that I become your enemy for speaking the truth? All right, carry on.
First and Fourth Amendments covering free speech and freedom from unreasonable searches. This person here says this is the latest chapter in a disturbing trend where we see government agencies increasingly transforming search warrants into digital drag nets. It's unconstitutional, it's terrifying, and it happens every day. He says no one should fear a knock at the door from police simply because of what the YouTube algorithm serves up. I'm horrified that the courts are allowing it. I am too. He said this is just chilling. And this person at the bottom, another privacy expert, says what we watch online can reveal deeply sensitive information about us, our politics, our passions, our religious beliefs, and much more. It is fair to expect that law enforcement won't have access to that information without probable cause. This order turns this assumption on this head. So the courts are allowing it. Google, you can't blame the feds for asking, right? They want something, they ask. You can blame a judge for allowing it, and that's exactly what our judicial system is doing. And yeah, it's scary to think you could be surveyed just by what the algorithm shows you, but again, we should not be surprised by this, and we should not be surprised that they think Google will be their patsy for this, because as former State Department cyber expert Michael Benz recently pointed out on Tucker Carlson's show, Google was basically started by the CIA.
Google's a great example of this.
Google began with the CIA, just like all these other platforms, including your journalists and CNN and all that. CIA is behind a lot of stuff. CIA is behind a lot of your favorite artists. CIA is behind a lot of stuff, okay?
A DARPA grant by Larry Page and Sergey Brin when they were Stanford PhDs, and they got their funding as part of a joint CIA-NSA program to chart how, quote, birds of a feather flock together online through search engine aggregation. And then 1 year later, they launched Google and then became a military contractor quickly thereafter. They got Google Maps by purchasing a CIA satellite software, essentially. And the ability to use free speech on the internet as a way to circumvent state control over media in places like Central Asia or all around the world was seen as a way to be able to do what used to be done out of CIA station houses or out of embassies or consulates in a way that was totally turbocharged. And all of the internet free speech technology was initially created by our national security state. VPNs, virtual private networks, to hide your IP address. Tor, the dark web, to be able to buy and sell goods anonymously. End-to-end encrypted chats. All of these things were created initially as DARPA projects or as joint CIA-NSA projects to be able to help intelligence-backed groups to overthrow governments that were causing a problem to the Clinton administration or the Bush administration or the Obama administration. And this plan worked magically from about 1991 until about 2014 when there began to be an about face on internet freedom and its utility.
Yeah, as you see, They want to take your freedom. Esau has this, he wants to be like the Most High. Then he wants to hip everybody. He wants to know what you're spending. He wants to know where you're traveling. He wants to regulate where you're traveling. He wants to make these 15-minute cities. And he wants to watch what you're saying. And some of these places, like I believe China, have a social credit score. So whatever you speak on, they knock credit down and they hinder stuff. They can freeze your bank accounts and stuff like that. And that's where we most likely are that's what we're going into right now. And no, most likely this is what the draconian measures of these people are trying to do. All right. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5, because we're going to be we're on the highways and byway streets preaching this truth. We're required to push these videos out and edify the sheep. We're required to warn the people, and all we doing is speaking from these scriptures. And that's how powerful these scriptures are. We are the Israelites, GMS. We are not carnal. We don't come together and try to make an army to fight anybody physically. All we do is speak the truth, speak the Bible, and be patient for this kingdom to fall, because it's all going to be, vengeance is in the Lord's hands, and we understand that. All right. Matthew chapter 5, verse 10. But in that process of warning the people, because Esau's 12 and 12, he's coming down with great wrath because he got a short time. They're going to try to persecute the righteous, man. They're going to try to persecute the people standing up for the Lord. Matthew chapter 5, verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for there is the kingdom of heaven. All right. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. All right. So they're gonna. This is inevitable. This walk is long suffering. All right. And we're gonna stand up for the Lord, no matter how much they try to persecute and slander our names, because the Lord warned us, because that's what they did to the prophets of old. That's what they did to the men of old that were standing up for the Lord when they were tyrants and wicked rulers. All right. Blessed are they that search you out and try to throw dirt on your name, because you standing up for the Lord. All right. Blessed are are ye that walk in a room full of wicked men, and they want to get you up out of there. They want to persecute you. Blessed is that man. The Lord said, do not be troubled. Endure to the end, man. Let's go to John chapter 15, verse 18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. See, online, there's all types of child molestation going on. There's all types of women shaking their asses. People saying nothing but dumb stuff on podcasts that's not warning the people. They not getting flagged. The FBI, CIA ain't watching those people, because folly is set in great dignity. All right. They watching the people that's trying to wake the people up, that's trying to get people out of that docile state, wake up those dry bones. They don't want those type of people. But because ye are not of the world, but when you're not of this world, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than the master. If they have persecuted you, if they have persecuted me, Salakia, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. All right. So, they're watching everything we do. You got eyes on you when you're in this truth. Straight because you're speaking from the Bible. That's it. because you are speaking from a Bible that's knocking down their strongholds, knocking down their illusions, knocking down the lies that they've been telling for years. This Bible, these scriptures, law, statutes, and commandments, and the prophecies are knocking down the strongholds of Esau. So that's why they want us to shut the fuck up and want to watch who's watching this. They're trying to regulate things. All right. They're going to hate you for the Lord because of you standing up for the Lord. That's why the CIA is asking Google for information for brothers that's, watching information that's just so they can stay on their toes, so they can be comfortable in a society that doesn't care about their citizens. All right. Just reading that scripture, man. The scripture's tearing these people up, tearing their spirits up. So we got 2 Esdras chapter 16, verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Okay, so upon those that fear the Lord, they're going to know who fear the Lord through your works of putting these videos out, through the works of being on the highways and byways. They ride past, take pictures of you. They ride past. They know everything about you. That's the CIA's work. You just the average Jake in captivity, crying aloud and hoping that this oppression stops and praying that this kingdom falls because it's not treating the people right. And the Lord says that these people have to go. This kingdom has to go. All right. So they're going to try to persecute. They're going to try to attack the people that fear the Lord, man. For there shall be in every place, in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So they're going to try to. This is what they own, man. They shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. They're going to be like mad men, sparing nothing. We're going to need the Lord in those times. We're going to need the Lord around that, man, because these people are wicked, man. These people are they have that sword, man. They got that. They ready to take Jake down. They ready to kill Jake, man. And we got to pray, stay prayed up, be in this truth, man. Stay strong because they are praying on the ones that fear the Lord, man. They're setting some things up for the ones that fears the Lord, man. That's why they watching what you watching. When you edifying yourself, they watching you edify yourself. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. All right. We're going to be pilgrims on here, man. They're going to be trying to attack us, take us. It's going to be trouble, but the Lord's going to be with you. The Lord's going to be with the elect. All right. This is what they do. All right. Hoping this is edifying. Hoping it's edifying to the elect. With that, I'm going to give all praise and glory unto Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Ruach. The government is watching. That's why I don't buy no new TVs. Because they watching you through the TV. They watching you. They want to know what's going on in your world. All right. They want to control you. With that, once again, we give our praise and glory unto Yahawah by Hashem Mashiach Yahawashi. Shalom.